Hi guys, hope you're all doing okay. I'm Adam Steele for the Hot Pole Studios if you've not already seen my videos. Today's going to be a quick shootout video. Didn't really have time to do a really in-depth shootout, but this is a shootout of small diaphragm condensers. This is a comparison between SE Electronics sE5 mics, which are kind of the middle of the range. They do the Rupert Neve small diaphragm condensers as well, but they're way up in the budget and I couldn't find them. And the Neumann KM184s, which seem to be a lot of guys' go-to for small diaphragm condenser mics. The sE5s, you can currently find a matched pair, which is always more expensive than two single ones because they make sure that they sound right as a stereo pair together. I think it's £280 right now. Whereas the Neumanns, the KM184s, a matched pair is £950. So there's a big price difference there. It's nearly 4 times as much for the Neumanns. So I only got to record these on an acoustic guitar for the David Bowie cover that you might have seen. But here we are. So the way that I mic them up is I do a variation on what's called the 12 and 12, which is kind of the vanilla position. A lot of guys will get a microphone and put it 12th fret of an acoustic guitar, 12 inches away. And that's what I tend to do most of the time for things like kind of pop acoustic recording. If I'm doing something folky or something different, then I'll experiment, but that's my go-to sound. And the variation is that I'm using what's called a spaced XY pair. So a lot of guys might get two mics and do kind of an XY where they cross them over. The problem I found with doing just an XY is that there's a big gap in the middle of the sound. So what I do is I just move them slightly apart, still pointed so that they're 90 degrees from each other, but that little space there in the middle means that the center of the stereo image has got something in and doesn't have a void in it. So that spaced XY pair, I'm going to play you back the sE5, then the KM184 back to back, and then them in the context of a mix. The final mix for this song has one guitar panned each side to give it that big sound, but this mix I'll just use one guitar to give you an idea of how it fills out a sound in a more stripped back kind of arrangement. So here we go.
Past 100,000 miles, I'm feeling very still, and I think my spaceship now. Though I'm past 100,000 miles, I'm feeling very still, and I think my spaceship now.
I thought it was quite interesting how the SEs made things sound quite bright and forward, where the Neumanns were a lot more kind of natural. What's interesting is if there was something like kind of a big acoustic rock mix, the sE5s would probably work well because they would mean that you don't have to have as much in the mix, and those jing-jing-jings on the top of the strings would poke through the mix quite well. Whereas if it's anything where the acoustic guitar is a feature, then the Neumanns definitely take the cake because that naturalness in the mids. I mean, that acoustic that I've got, that battered old Yamaha, it's not my ideal definition of a guitar tone. It's definitely been around the block, you'll have heard some rattling inside the guitar. That's actually the guitar. It's been halfway around the world. It's battered and beaten. But the Neumanns gave me a realistic representation of that battered old guitar. I mean, you never know. You might have someone in the studio who's got a guitar that's got provenance, so it might not be the best sounding instrument, but there's reasons for using it. And those Neumann KM184s give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And that's really the aim of most small diaphragm condensers. So hats off to Neumann, because they're certainly doing the job there. I'm not sure if the difference necessitates nearly 4 times the price difference. Maybe I could just EQ some of those mids back in. But if you are not on a budget and you need that sound, that's probably what to do. So I hope you found this enjoyable. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you found this useful, and subscribe to the channel, because that really helps us out to make more of these kind of videos. And stick around, because the top secret announcement hopefully should be announced fairly shortly, if it hasn't been already. And there's a lot more videos coming with tutorials and demo content reviews and interviews with some very interesting people coming up in the next few months. So I'm Adam Steele. Thanks for watching the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.